Hello and welcome to This Week in Campbell Football with head coach Mike Minter. I'm Chris Hemeyer. Thank you for joining us today. Gosh, Coach, your thoughts on just a wild overtime homecoming game last weekend?
Well, it was tough. It was like you lost the game twice. Really, we shouldn't even been in the game because these guys really outplayed us up to that 5-minute mark, and so. What I'm so proud of is that the team really believed. We do a 5-minute drill, and I put them in certain situations that they got to come back from, and they knew the situation. Hey, we're down 2 scores. We got to come back, and really the difference between the 5 minutes and between the first drive. I should say the second drive of the game, all the way up until the 5-minute. The difference is that in the first 2 drives, players made plays. In the 5-minute drill, players made plays, right? And that's what it comes down to. You got to make plays, and in that time that we wasn't making plays. We weren't making enough plays to get us an opportunity because we had guys that was deep down the field. We got to connect. We can't just say, oh, that was close. Oh, no. You got to make that throw. You got to make that catch. You got to make that touchdown because you don't get many opportunities in football. And we didn't take advantage of the opportunities that we had on the field to kind of blow this game wide open. And that's the difference in the ball game.
Coach, of course, you never look for excuses. Your starting quarterback knocked out of the game, and it seemed like when the backup Anthony Robbins did finally get comfortable, that's really one of the things that facilitated the comeback.
Well, Anthony is a guy that can distribute the football, and we was talking earlier about the fact of wide receivers, different guys being involved, Brian Bailey, Jaquan Brooks, Trey Sanders, guys like that. Now people getting to see who they are because he can get the football to a lot of different players, and that's what he brings to the football field. Very intelligent, a guy that can make plays with his arm, and that's what happened.
Tell us a little bit more about your quarterback. A JUCO quarterback coming into this system, of course, doesn't get to come in until you guys start practicing. So it does take some time, and now he's your man.
Well, hey, look, we felt good. He was battling for the #1 job anyway, so it wasn't like it was so much of a separation between our 1 and our #2. And so now he's in. Now he's the guy. He's going to make the plays that we need to win football games, and so we have all the confidence in the world. We're not changing anything or losing anything with him in the ball game, and so we're going to go to Drake ready to go.
Well, Coach, that's your next big opponent, and a big opponent indeed. Not only is it a trip halfway across the country as you go and play the Drake Bulldogs all the way in Des Moines, Iowa. Drake is one of the traditional powers in this conference.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a ball club that understands how to win in the PFL. They've been here. The tradition is long, and these guys have won a lot of football games in this league, and so they understand how to get that done. We're a young buck. We trying to figure it out. We trying to understand how to build that tradition here at Campbell to always be in the talk of the top teams in this league. And so to go to Drake will be a big challenge. But at the same time, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you play. It doesn't matter who you playing. You just got to execute football because at the end of the day, it's still the same size, and you still playing 11 on 11. Execute, make plays, you'll be fine.
With all of the weird scheduling that happened because of hurricanes and bye weeks in the middle of last month, we've got 4 more games left. Your goals, Coach, for these final 4 games, the final stanza of this season?
Win them. That's it. I want to win every single game that we're about to play. No doubt about it, and that's our goal, and that's the standard that I want, and that's a standard that everybody in that building understands from us is that we want to win these 4 games.
The final 2 home games of the season coming up in November. Campbell with the long road trip coming up to Des Moines, Iowa. We'll have complete coverage for you Saturday afternoon, live audio coverage through GoCamels.com and 88.3 FM here locally. For head coach Mike Minter, I'm Chris Hemeyer saying we'll talk to you next week on This Week in Campbell Football.